we should, I guess, impress the fact that all these things we're talking about are like
pretty cheap,
budget gaijin friendly. Like, yeah.
We see like Japanese food on YouTube, Instagram, like X, Twitter, and it's all like, ramen, sushi, whatever. But, actually when you start living there, especially as a budget gaijin, like the options are super, super, pretty much the same as like, I would say Japanese college students.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like you don't.
Also,
what happened?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, me personally, when I went there, my knowledge of Japanese food was pretty limited.
Right.
Compared to maybe people today that just go online and look at all these videos. I mean, I knew more than the average Westerner for sure, obviously, because I worked at the karaoke for 3 years and I had Japanese friends. But once you go to Japan, then like the possibilities are like innumerable. There's just all sorts of stuff. And like, I stuck to pretty simple stuff, basically.
Because, I mean, again, same thing. No internet, no nothing, right? So if you don't know, we knew what we knew, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then, you get to Japan, and you start meeting friends, and your friends will take you to places.
Right.
A lot of our
and that's
friends
where you really learn.
And we were still young at the time. And our Japanese friends were young as well. So, places like what? Gyudon-ya. I would say like Gyudon-ya is the most like budget-friendly restaurants in Japan that everybody goes. Like gaijin, Nihonjin, Kankokujin, Chugokujin, whatever jin, man. So you go to Gyudon-ya, right?
It's also visually, it's easy to understand what the food is, because there's foods you just don't know what they are. You look at them, and we mentioned ikura. Like, I didn't know what ikura was. I thought it was a berry. Then when I tried it, it was a fish egg. Like, it was just completely not visually. It didn't match what I imagined. But gyudon is easy. You see meat, you see rice.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's pretty simple. Like, people can,
And plus, we have Yoshinoya here. So you go to Japan, it's like, I know Yoshinoya. So you go to Yoshinoya. Then you go in, it's totally different thing. Probably, this is the only same thing Japanese Yoshinoya and American Yoshinoya have in common are rice and the meat, and that's it.
And the meat, yeah.
Shichimi, maybe.
Not even the portion size.
The portion size is
different.
Super different, right? Here we have like vegetables, like steamed vegetables, spicy chicken, and fried gyoza and cheesecake, Diet Coke,
coleslaw, just weird chocolate pudding, like just a bunch of stuff that you're not gonna find in any Japanese Yoshinoya ever. Yeah.
Then like gyudon-yas, if you go to Japan, I think that's like the most you're gonna eat if you live in Japan as a guy, budget gaijin. Don't you think?
You would say gyudon?
Yeah, gyudon. Gyudon.
And I didn't go that out. Yeah.
What would you say?
I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
I would say gyudon, konbini, maybe bentoya, and tachigui soba. Or like cheap ramen-yas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple different tapes. For me personally, konbini, which I was warned by my editors, by Japanese friends, everybody. They're like, yeah, konbini wa ammari tabenai hou ga ii yo.
Right.
Like, don't eat it that often because it's full of preservatives and sodium and all this stuff, And but to me it was easy. It's quick. I knew what it was. Yeah, and also like, I would go in and just grab like a bunch of different things. Like I would get like onigiri, and then I'd get like a little sandwich, and I'd get a little fried chicken. Like I'd get a little taste of different things. So I liked the konbini because it was like a little, hitokuchi, a little bit of different flavors rather than just having a bowl of ramen or whatever, right?
Right.
But yeah, it affected my health for sure, dude. I will say that right now. Like, you don't want to go like...
You sat down all day, every day.
All day.
Yeah. Me, I was outside all day, every day. So to me, it was always like gyudon-ya, konbini, tachugui soba, bento, and all these chain tens. Like chain restaurants.
Right.
Like, I mean, even gyudon-ya, chains like Yoshinoya, Matsuya, Sukiya. Those are the big
Sukiya.
Yeah. You know which one is the biggest?
Yeah.
Not the biggest, but you know which one is the oldest? Yoshinoya, of course.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
that would have been my guess.
Then it's Matsuya. then Sukiya.
Matsuya is good.
Yeah, Sukiya is the newest.
Sukiya is that makes sense to me because Sukiya always had like the kind of like fusion innovation bowl, like the
Matsuya
kimchi
too.
whatever.
Yeah, Matsuya came to the game kind of late. Yoshinoya is like strictly gyudon.
OG
gyudon.
Yeah.
Little expensive too. So I would always go to Matsuya. To me, Matsuya, always Matsuya. And plus Kabukicho, they had Matsuya and right in front of Sakura Dori. So going into Sakura, like right across the street from Hakata Tenjin, there's one Matsuya. So before you go in
favorite spot, dude.
to Kabukicho, I always stop by Matsuya, or afterwards. Me and the boys will always stop by Matsuya and eat gyudon. But they have other stuff too.
Man, I'm getting so hungry now, dude. Dude, I don't eat before the recordings because I don't want to be all belching and stuff when I'm trying to talk.
No, I don't eat either.
So I'm so hungry right now, dude.
Oh, we're about to get hungry now. You know what's funnier? Matsuya was my first gyudon in Japan. So after the first day in Japan, slept, woke up, and my girlfriend had to go to work. So I was left alone in Nishikasai station. So I would just walk around, check out the neighborhood and everything. And I saw, because I got off at Warabi station the night before. Nishikawaguchi is a station before Warabi station. So again, this was a brand new station to me. First time in my life. And I was just walking around. I saw McDonald's, but I was like, I'm in Japan. Like, I don't want Mickey D's. So I was just walking around. And I saw Matsuya.
Right.
One great thing about Japanese restaurants, they have the food model. They also have all the menu books, so you can check out the price and everything too. So I was like, okay, then you
make
know
up your mind outside.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, then you don't have to go inside and just be all awkward. Like, oh, this was a ikura senmon restaurant, special ikura restaurant. I'm like, nah, you don't have to be all awkward. You just look it outside, then go in, right? And I remember going to Matsuya for the first time. This was like a small Matsuya with only a bar seat.
Yeah, I've been to that type. Yeah.
And you know how you go in, there's a vending machine, right? And I was like, what is this now? But I knew how to read. So I was like, okay, gyudon, setto. I don't know. Just get the set A. I just got that one. This was like around little before lunchtime, I think. Or maybe a little after, because I was the only one in that store. So I sat down, and they're like, oh, this kashikomamashita, whatever in Japanese. I didn't understand at the time. Sat down, waited for my stuff. Then food came out. Looked inside the little, what do you call those? Little bowl. They give you a little tamago too, an egg.
Right. Yeah.
See, the thing is, we don't eat raw eggs on top of gyudon beef bowls, right? And I didn't know if it was raw or boiled. So I just sat there and just what do I do with this? Let's spun that shit. Let's see if I try to shake it here and inside. Until this one Osan came in and he was like, gyudon, whatever. And he cracked open the raw egg, mixed it, and just bukkake.
Right.
It's like, put it all over his gyudon. And I thought it was like, you guys eat that stuff raw? And I was disgusted, but I had to follow the rules, right? So
when in Rome.
Yeah, I just copied him, and he put mad shoga on top of it. So I was like, okay, that's how you guys do it. Try to look like all local and stuff. So, but yeah, that was my first gyudon in Japan. That was Matsuya. Probably my last gyudon in Japan was Matsuya too, because I always went to Matsuya.
Right.
And
I know which one my first one was.
Which one?
It was Yoshinoya, because I was like, let me see what the difference is. The first thing I noticed was the portion size. And it had no steamed vegetables and none of that stuff. Yeah.
It's just bowl and rice and meat. And miso-shiro.
And then maybe you get like a little miso-shiro. Yeah.
And if it's a setto, then you get a mini sarada. Or talking about salads
are.
But you still eat a lot of those when you're in Japan, because it's always like yasai kara tabete. You have to eat vegetables first, right?
Right.
And then you eat that stuff like all the time. Matsuya all the time. You try different menus, but they all ended up like
cabbage, basically.
Yeah, they all taste the same anyways. At the end, eat that shit for 6 years. They all taste the same. The thing is, like, because a lot of my friends were still in college, and of course, they always went to Matsuya because Matsuya was always like 30 to 50 yen cheaper than Yoshinoya's, right? So they would always go to Matsuya. And I was like, oh, like, akinai no? Don't you guys get sick of this? And they're like, yeah, Dak-san. In that case, there's a solution. I was like, what is it? You know those salad dressings in front of you?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They're like,
that's the solution.
Yeah. I'm like, no. It was pretty nice because they have all the salad dressings. They will mix it with gyudon. Like salad sauce or like yakiniku sauce or whatever, right? In front of you. They have like, the whole like, sometimes they have mayonnaise, they have shichimi and everything, right? And it just becomes a different gyudon. That's some daigatsu style eating, gyudon eating.
Yeah, that's a nice little tip right there for those of you who need to switch it up a little bit. You've been in Japan a long time, and you're still doing the gyudon. You want a little different flavoring.
I'll put a picture up here of the sauces. One of the gyudon I really like was the one in Akihabara. I think I mentioned this.
What was that?
Couple episodes before. Sanbo. This gyudon place in Akihabara. It's more inside of Suehirocho. So like the real like otaku place. Suehirocho. Sanbo. Check it out. They have like a whole... It's a little expensive than those chain tens like Matsuya or Sukiya or Yoshinoya. But still...
A little fancier? Like what?
No, it's a little more authentic. I guess it's more like homemade. Because, Matsuya and Yoshinoya, you can tell, it's like chain ten no aji.
I see.
It just tastes like a...
Does it have onion? Does it have like chopped, like soft chopped onions with the meat and that type of stuff?
Yeah.
I don't even remember anymore because it's been a while. Like, did Yoshinoya have that too? Do they all have that?
Yeah, they do.
What am I thinking? I feel like that must be something else. I feel like there's some kind of gyudon dish that also has like jagaimo and like potato and onion and...
kind of depends on... Plus, they have like these like season limited edition gyudons or menus, right? But Sanbo is pretty simple. It's gyudon or gyusara. Gyusara kind of looks like like gyudon. Gyudon is like rice and beef. But gyusara is rice and a dish of beef. So it kind of tastes... It just feels like sukiyaki.
I see.
I remember
it's
that was
same.
like...
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing, but just, just not on top of it. I think it was... I forgot, but I think it was 100 yen or 150 yen more than those chain restaurants. So it was like, at the time, I don't know how much is it now, but back then it was like, what? 400 or a little less than 500 yen.
Right.
Every time
you see now, like everything, all the prices are going up for gaijin, like just across the board.
And the gaijin taxes too. They go like, okay, you guys, they're saying they're not going to do duty free anymore. Some stores, they're like, okay, no more duty free. You pay full gaijin tax now.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But yeah, if you guys going to Japan, get ready to pay some gaijin tax.
Yeah.
And after tax,
do they
gyudon time.
I wonder if they disclose it straight up, like just up front, or it's just like you get it later in the bill. Like, nah, gaijin, here you go.
Depends on the store, I'll say. Because some stores, like they have a sticker outside. It's like, oh, we don't do duty free. And some stores they have like duty free, but then it's kind of awkward to go in because I could have done mad duty free when I was in Japan, but I'm not gonna walk around my passport going to izakayas and shit, all drunk and Taisho kaike duty free there. They look, get the fuck out of here. They've like never come back. Aki-san did duty free for me though, but it was like Aki-san's bar is oshare bar, so it's okay to do duty free there.
Right. Well, so that's a friend right there. So
yeah. The next one, konbini and 100 yen shop.
There you go.
100 yen. 100yen shop, in Japan they call it 100kin and konbini. But okay,
right.
Let's talk about some konbinis. What did you get at konbinis?
Oh man, easy. Tsunamayo onigiri, tuna mayonnaise. That's like the number one gaijin. Like if you want to be, every Japanese person will guess that's your favorite onigiri, and more than half the time, 90% of the time, they are correct. And that's the tuna mayonnaise onigiri.
Right.
It's delicious. It's a classic. It's priced really nicely. It's like in the hierarchy of onigiris, it's the right price. I think the only ones that are cheaper are like maybe kombu. Like seaweed.
Kombu.
And like, what's the other one with like the green, like chopped up like,
what is it?
Takana.
Takana is good, yeah. I love takana though. Takana,
yeah, me too. But it took me a long time to even try it. I was like, what is this green plant? I don't need that. It's delicious. Ume is also probably cheaper than tsunamayo.
Also, they have seaweed. Kombu is kelp, right? Kombu is kelp.
I guess. Isn't it kelp a seaweed? No,
maybe,
am I wrong? I got that twisted?
I don't know. Seaweed is seaweed. Nori.
Right.
Kelp is what's kelp?
Kelp is not a type of seaweed. That tells you how much I know. I don't know. We can look it up and bing, we'll let you know what kombu is.
And yeah. Also, what else was cheap? Now they have wasabi maki too. It's just it's just a maki, but only wasabi inside. Surprisingly, it's good.
It's just rice, seaweed, and wasabi.
Yeah, that's it. It's pretty okay actually.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd be into it.
Yeah, I love.
Once you start getting into like my two favorites, it was tsunamayo for the longest time when I was fresh gaijin off the airplane. I didn't even mess with the other ones. I would just go for that. Then my favorite one became the salmon, the shake. Right, and that's it's priced a little bit more than the others. That one's delicious. I would get the fried chickens. Spicy, not spicy. Usually spicy.
Yeah.
Fami chicken. Then depending on the convenience store, they got different ones. I forget which one it is that has the little nuggets. Those are spicy. Like those are good. And
AM PM. I don't know. I just
possibly.
remember. Because Fami chicken, FamiMart is Fami chicken, right? Fami chicken is spicy.
Yeah.
Man, we used to murder those things.
Yeah, it's like every day.
Yo, like bread too.
Every day.
Like pan, like those sandwiches, like egg sandwiches,
little triangular ones.
Yeah, egg sandwiches, and what else was there? Oh, you know what I used to do? I used to get Fami chicken and those like sandwiches, and put Fami chicken inside of it. Yeah. Then it just becomes a mac chicken, Fami mac chicken.
I used to do all sorts of disgusting stuff like that I'd be ashamed of any Japanese person see. I would get, this is like, since we're talking konbini, they had these little pancakes.
Right.
And I don't know what the package said. It was called shotokeki. I don't know what it was called.
Maybe dorayaki.
But no. But it was shaped like that and it had the same consistency. But inside it had maple syrup. So it wasn't dorayaki. It was straight up a pancake. It was like a pancake. It was weird because it was kind of like, it was two pancakes, but they were like, I guess they were stuck together with like a maple syrup. Not a common Japanese thing, but they had them. They came in a little translucent bag. You just open it. But I would get that, and I would get the Fami chicken or the spicy chicken, and I would make sandwiches with that. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. It was
like those things. Like chicken those with, like, things are some like Daigatsu stuff too. Yeah. What else we got there? Like cup ramen,
dude. I didn't mess with that. I'm glad I didn't, because if I did, I would have gotten even worse.
Probably.
Like that stuff is just like, it's a sodium bomb.
Yeah.
Like you look at the nutritional value stuff. There's the yakisoba one, the famous one. I forget what it's called. The white one with the yellow and blue logo.
Peiyang yakisoba. That's Peiyang.
Okay. I think that's it. That's the one. Yeah, no, the yakisoba, like if you looked at like the nutritional value, the sodium and the saturated fat and all that stuff was like so high, absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
But like if you ate those like a couple a week, like you see the difference, dude. Like you start getting hefty, dude.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about these konbini or hyakken food. Yeah, man, like yakisoba was like I think that was my favorite thing to get at hyakken shops, because sometimes they have like brand name yakisobas. So I'll get like, I would stock them up. UFO yakisoba. Ippei-chan. Sometimes it's pei.
I remember Ippei.
Yeah, but then sometimes it's some no name you never heard of this brand yakisobas. Then it's like, you still get them. So to me, it was always like, onigiri and yakisoba. You eat those, you get full, but you're still hungry.
Right.
You eat that shit for like how many, I don't know. Because I've been eating that stuff for like maybe daily.
Right. Well, that's also big in Korea. All the noodles, the cup noodles and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like cup noodles,
I've never been into those
when it comes
things.
to cup noodles, I think Japanese ones are better for me. Like instant noodles, Korean ones are better, but cup noodles, like cup noodle, that one, Japan's better for me.
Right.
But yeah, man, you eat that stuff for like how many
Let's see, what else did I get?
You get fat, man.
Yeah, no, it's just, dude, it's so much sodium and you don't want that, but it's delicious. Always hilarious to me were those like sandwiches. They were yakisoba sandwiches. It had the hot dog bun with the yakisoba inside.
Yeah.
It's just it's like a carb sandwich. It's noodle sandwich.
Yeah, man. Odeng. Konbini, odeng. Yeah, man.
I would only get that when I was sick. That was it. It's the only time I got oden.
Didn't you say you saw a dude like sneeze into the odeng thing?
Yeah,
odeng pot.
that's another reason why. Yeah. So like oden, we will show a picture, but oden is basically like what do you call it? Like a soup, like a
with fish cake and fish
cake, hard-boiled eggs,
daikon.
What else? What do you call the little thing that's like? It's like it looks like noodles, but it's harder. It's like it's like
konnyaku harusame.
Konnyaku. There you go.
Harusame,
yeah. So I mean, like, what else? You had like
sausages.
But jagaimo, like the potatoes, like the regular potatoes, not sweet potato, but like the regular ones. Is there some kind of meat?
Yeah, suji.
You had the little
suji, like beef.
They had gyusuji,
tendons.
and you also had the what do you call it? What do you call fox in Japanese?
Fox? Kitsune?
Yeah. Isn't there like a kitsune like meat thing? Is it called that?
No, tsukune.
Tsukune. There you go. It sounds like it. So tsukune, I used to like that too.
That's minced.
There's also
chicken meat.
Yeah. You got the fish balls.
Yeah, fish balls.
You got those.
And chikuwa.
You got tofu.
You got
chikuwa. Yeah.
Fried tofu. Man, like me and Kimmy, every time like we went to this FamilyMart in front of Kimmy's place, we'll always go in late because we will walk from the station. And by the time we get there, it was like 30-40 minute walk. So we're kind of hungry too. So we went to let's get some more beer or shochu or whatever, right? Walk into that FamilyMart. And we'll pick our drinks and walk up to the odeng place. Odeng bar. They have, right? And they only have it. I think they have it at. Do they have it at summertime too? But mostly it was wintertime. They have odeng.
It's winter, yeah.
Yeah. You open the door, you smell the odeng soup, right? The konbini.
Yeah.
That and nikuman. You smell those. That's like the smell of like Japanese konbini in wintertime. So me and Kimmy will walk up to the counter, and depends on how many items you get, because you get to pick which one. There's a tongue. And you pick like how many, and depends on how many you pick. You choose the corresponding size of the bowl.
Size.
Yeah. Because like sometimes, Japanese people, it's a cup size, and you get one or two odeng in, then, a little bit of soup, and get the lid.
Right.
walk out, pay walk out, right? Me and Kimmy will get the biggest odeng bowl.
Yeah.
And we'll pick one each. So it's like an ocean of odeng soup with one daikon, one daikon island, and one fishbowl.
I did the opposite.
Yeah.
I would stack it up and then put some soup, and they're like beep beep, like ringing it up. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, like us, we was just like, and the I remember the worker, the Tain dude. He was a Chinese yugakse, Chinese kid, and he was like, like look at these motherfuckers. But he was like, okay, fine, beep beep. But I'm like, yo, I'm a gaijin too. And after that,
right? Word.
Yeah, because he will hook us up sometimes. Sometimes,
nice.
they're like a expired bento. Because I never buy bentos or like this, let's say famichiki or whatever food, like yakitori.
You never got the Napolitan?
Nah. But sometimes it's expired. It's expired. They have to throw it away. And his name was. He was like, yokattara kore tabete kudasai. Like, kore irimasu.
Right.
And we were like, nah, you think we're gonna get you think we're here for the free food, man? Come on now. Onegaishimasu. Took them all.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The other thing is the FamiMart, like I had that FamiMart across from the apartment in Hikawada when I was doing People Chew. So it was right there. So like I would go in and just grab one thing and read some manga, like do some tachiyomi, just stand by the stand, read, get an onigiri, leave. Then like maybe like half an hour later, 45 minutes later, I would take a break, come back. So like at first the people there, they're just like, what's up with this guy? Like he's just buys like single things and comes back. Like then, I'd get to know him. They realize I live right across the street and that's why. So like that FamiMart was like my pantry and like my fridge.
That was your fridge,
basically.
Yeah. I remember like drinking while working. We were just like, kanpai, and I'll do the tones and you'll draw. And okay, I'm done. Like, let me go grab some more. And I'll just run outside and grab like 2 more, like chew highs or whatever. Right. Many times.
Yeah. It was super convenient.
Yeah.
But I didn't walk. I did no walking. Because remember, I'd be there like at least 2 weeks at a time, like intensive drawing, pumping out like between 40 and 60 pages. So like I had to be, ass in the seat, getting this stuff done.
Yeah.
So that was my break, was just walking, 16 steps?
Yeah.
If you had to count them, that's how far I walked to get to the convenience store.
Right there.
So I wasn't moving a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I would say anybody who wants to draw manga over there and stuff, like make sure you get out and move around and get your circulation going, and don't just sit there and eat convenient food and work and don't sleep, because that's gonna mess you up. I became friends with the clerks in the what do you call it, the graveyard shift.
Konbini?
Just because like I would have times where I would wake up at 9 at night, like 9 p.m. I would wake up, and then I would work all throughout the night, and then like around sometime in the afternoon I would crash out,
right,
and then I would wake up, and at night, so like my grocery shopping would pretty much be like the FamiMart at night, and it would be the people working from like, I don't know what the shift is, but they got it in like shift, nighttime. It was dark, so they would work until like the morning, so I would see them.
Plus, they're always curious. Japanese konbinis are like mad refreshing too. It smells good. You walk inside, then it feels like the konbini is waking you up and stuff.
Right. You got the magazines. You can read stuff.
It's all like safe here in my neighborhood. As you pull in, you look inside the parking lot and see if there's any like super weird homeless or crackhead, like gangsters or like local hoodlums hanging around. You have to make sure as you park, you look for them again, then you park your car, get outside, and you walk into the konbini here, convenient, let's say a 7-Eleven in my neighborhood. You look inside, just make sure there's nothing crazy going on, a stick-up happening, or anything like that, right? Or a homeless dude just like, making a scene. You walk inside and stand in line, just let's say to get a pack of cigarettes. you never like stand in line like facing front, right? You always have to stand aside, so you have to. You can take a look at your back and all that stuff.
You got to be ready. Mobile position.
Yeah,
dude.
get your cigarette. Then okay, peace. As you walk out, make sure nothing crazy is going outside. Like all that step just to get a pack of cigarettes, man. But then you go to Japan, you walk inside a konbini, smells fresh, food is good. I mean, compared to here. Here, food is trash here. They have pizzas and like they have yaki, I guess like fried chicken, whatever, kushi, skewers. Man, I tried them. No good.
No, and you know what? I remember leaving LA for Japan, and they had none of those things, and then coming back and seeing them.
Now, yeah. Back then they had
I remember coming back from Japan, and the moment I came back from Japan, they had those. They didn't when I left, and then I felt like, okay, I got to try them, and I was used to getting the ones in Japan. Definitely not the same league at all.
Not at all.
I thought of one more thing.
Okay, what?
Big disappointment at the konbini in Japan. You got the nikuman, like the meat buns. What do you call those in English? Bun.
I don't know, Chinese meat buns.
Chinese meat buns. Okay. Pizzaman.
Oh, you don't like them?
Huge disappointment. Yeah? Huge. Nah, dude.
Those were my favorites, though.
Nah, man. Those are.
I loved them, though.
Nah.
I
was my. Yeah, nah, dude. I would not tell anybody what's in them. It's like a tomato sauce
and a little bit of meat and cheese, and that's it.
It barely has it. Well, this thing, those nikuman barely have anything inside. And the pizzaman, the couple times I had it, I'm like, you know how the bun is colored yellow.
It's kind of orangey-ish.
Yeah,
that is the word. Yeah. But I would always get because I ate how many nikumans in Japan? Probably like 50,000 nikumans in Japan.
I didn't.
Sometimes it's like yasai man. Sometimes it's like something man, some bullshit, like seasonal man. But to me, every time I see a pizza man, pizza man.
Yeah,
my friends are like,
huge disappointment. Huge disappointment, dude.
I love to.
It's huge. I would not tell anybody that's great, but you like it, so obviously we're divided on that one. The other thing I remember was the big controversy about the I forget which convenience store chain it was, but their nikuman had cardboard in them. Like the meat was like 70% cardboard. Like it wasn't meat, it was cardboard, and it was a big thing in the news. And I was like, man, I'm glad because I never eat those at all.
Every time it's a big thing in the news, but I would say it's pretty common in Asia though. They say, like Chinese people, they put in like cardboard instead of meat, whatever. It happened in Korea multiple times, Japan. Same thing with, it's like once in a while thing too. Like, like Jack in the Box here. It's like, it's made, like buns are made out of horse meat and somebody died. I'm like,
well, I mean, is that real or is just
see, that's the thing. I mean, then I went to Japan, they have basashi, horse sashimi. I'm like, no, you're gonna die. Don't eat horse meat. I'm like, nah, man. Talking about bentos, what about bentoyas? Bento shops.
Oh yeah, I didn't really go to many, but there's one that I would go to, which was Origin Bento. I guess they called it
Origin Ben.
Origin Bento
and Hokka Ben.
Yeah,
HokkaHokka Bento.
Yeah,
and then
I never went to that one.
Yeah, HokkaHokka Bento and Origin Ben. Me, I did not like bento that much, so I was like, every time I go to bentoya, I'll just get a onigiri. You know how you say
that's all I did too.
You live in Japan for so long and eating so many onigiris, you become a onigiri connoisseur.
An expert, dude. Yeah, you're a connoisseur of the. Yeah, for sure, a rice ball connoisseur.
Yeah, you're 100% that. Me,
I know, for sure.
But I was like, whatever. It's just an onigiri, so I'll just like eat whatever. But
no, dude, Origin Bento.
Bentoya onigiris are definitely better.
One of the best tuna mayonnaise ones is Origin Bento. And when I discovered that, I was hooked. And then like, they make them fresh for you. They can make them fresh for you. You go up there, you ask like, I want this, I want that. They also have them on, they also have them set up like, you know, you just go and you pick them up. And they're always better freshly made.
They're all like individually wrapped, like baby Jesus. Like,
also, size-wise, they're way bigger than your Konbini one. Like, you know, and the rice, amazing. That I would tell people to try that. But I would go and I would always want them to make it. Like the moment I realized you could ask for them to make one for you, you know, I'm like, I don't, you know. And so they're like, okay, cool. Then I realized like if they have what you want already set up on the table, like at the entrance, you know, you're supposed to take that, not ask them to make you one. They will make you one, but they will give you the side eye. They hate your ass, you know. So because I wanted that freshly made, I figured out when they had them. Because there was one by the train station at Chigatetsu Akatsuka across from Meal Box, the bar, the sports bar.
Yeah. Maybe I have a picture.
So I would walk by, and I would always look. I would look to see if they had them, and then I would check the time, and then I would know like, okay, this is the schedule. So I would go like when I knew they were about gone. Sometimes I would see one still there, and I'd be like, oh no. Because that meant like, you know, I'd have to get that. So I would wait. Yeah. So I would
probably
wait.
Like the workers inside, they look at you, just looking inside, and they'd be like,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Man.
It's hilarious. I remember I got like one of the worst stink eyes from this lady in the kitchen. I really wanted a fresh one. And like, I walk in, and then I just kind of like went over and I'm like, tsuna mayonnaise onigiri wa tsukute kuremasen ka? And she was just like looked over. She looked over me to see if they were any over there.
Like, look at me looking at that.
Yeah. And then she just kind of like, hey man, okyakusama wa kami-sama. Yeah. But yeah, she did. She wasn't happy. Well, when that happened, I was like, damn, okay, I'm going to have to like figure out this schedule so I can not be the jerk in this situation.
Like, I didn't really get any bentos until, I guess, my last year in Japan when I was staying in Nishikasai. Because I was staying with my boy Chabo, and we'll always take... that's
awesome
his name,
dude.
Chabo.
Chavo del Ocho. It's like that Mexican kid show character.
Yeah. But it was his place was like a 10-minute walk from the station, and the bentoya. I think the name was I never knew the name of the bentoya until I looked it up recently. It's Bento Ichiban. That's the name of the place.
Number one
bento. Yeah, we will take his bike and just like down to the bentoya, pick up some bentos. It was cheap. It was all dekitate too.
What would you get?
I just get the cheapest one because it was like 300. Not even.
What was it?
It was.
I could guess. Let me guess before you say. Rice. Like a fried chicken.
Yeah.
And a little like those little like foil wrappers with a little bit of like some what do you call it?
Seaweed or something.
Some
like
kind
that.
of like yeah.
So tsukemono.
And yeah. And I know there's like probably one more thing, and that's the end. It could be anything. It could be a little wiener.
Yeah.
Or it could be
some kind of other fry. Like mine was fish fry.
Yeah, like
fish fry. Yeah. A piece of karage. So you're pretty much right. And rice.
Right.
On top
classic,
of rice,
dude.
there's a nori blanket on top of rice.
Oh, dude! Nice. Was it soft? Like it's like it's like takes the shape of the rice.
No, not that kind of nori. It's just like
it was dry.
It's like a paper nori just slapped on top.
Right.
But then again, that thing was like 300 something. Probably it's more now, but back then it was one of the cheapest bentos. So I would always
did it taste good?
Yeah, of course, man. It's good. But then I was like,
I've had some bentos where I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
I can tell the difference. I'm gaijin, but I know.
Yeah. Some bentos are just like, well, whatever. Like one of the best bentos I had was provided by Sony, actually, at the studio. Because I went to the Gemba, a shooting studio once, and like all the staffs, it was around lunchtime, so we all got little bentos. Not even little, actually, big bentos.
Right.
You opened it up, I'm like, oh my god, this is nice. Like the rice, they had like umeboshi, which I didn't like, so I was like, I'll give it to my other like there's this band, I'll give it to him. He's like, asas. And curry inside.
You don't like umeboshi?
Nah. That's why I like all the bento, you know, the Hinomaru bento.
Yeah, it's the classic.
Like I always like take out the umeboshi and just give it to somebody else.
You're a hater, dude.
Nah, I don't like umeboshi that much. Even umeshu, I don't like it. But
that's too sweet, dude.
The bento provided by Sony at the time, I thought it was great, man. They had all these Japanese food I never even saw before. I was just busy eating. Then the actress came in for shooting, and then Nani-nani-san hairimasu, and everybody stood up. People, every staff, kantoku, all the band, because these band kids, they're Japanese, right? They know the deal.
Yeah.
And I was like the only one who's still sitting down eating bento, and I looked around, everybody stood up, so I was like, okay. I stood up too.
Damn, looking bad, dude. Just looking real bad. Looking shitsure na gaijin.
Yeah, shitsure na gaijin.
Rude gaijin.
So you know what I'm saying? I stood up mad fast, actually. And there's a video of it. At least there's a picture of me and the band kids. And I don't know if they took the picture of the bento too, but that was like right after we stood up, because they were still shooting us for the MTV documentary. And I was just like, okay, then, you know, like the actress came in and like, minasan, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Like she did. They were shooting the B-roll for her too. So, and at the whole, I mean, it's all acting, right? People think, okay, ready, go. That's not when it starts, man. Like, especially these actresses and celebrities, by the time they step out of the house, the whole like persona, the whole mystique, the whole like geinoujin no aura.
Right.
That's when everything starts, and it ends when they come back home and close the door and lock. Then back to themselves. So all
so nobody knows what they're like or who they are. Basically, they're a character.
Who knows? Maybe, you know, the person they're acting is the same person that's not acting, but, you know, just amplified.
Doing the princess wave.
Yeah, princess wave. I think that's in the B-roll video too. Maybe I don't remember, but
do you have a copy of it? Can you pop up footage?
Probably it's on my YouTube. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. But
okay.
Yeah, man. Came in, everybody stood up. Then, you know, the whole shooting happened, and after you know, MTV crew, they took our footage. Then like, okay, now it's time, go home. And I'm like, already? No, like they just started. I'm like, now it's okay. We got your shots, so the fuck out of here.
So we don't need you here.
We
don't
need
now.
you guys
like
anymore.
That?
So yeah, I'm like,
wow, like, dude.
Otsukaresama deshita. And we just left. I left with my tanto and two of us at the station. It's like, I asked him, like, you know, what about the band? They went home too. I'm like, okay, so that was it. And he was like, konna mon da yo.
Right.
Okay, this is how it is. It is what it is. I'm like, okay. But that was my last, I think, kind of okay-ish bento I had in Japan.
Right.
What a fucking tsumanai ass story about a bento.
That was like, but that was like the end of like the whole contest stuff. That was the last one?
No, that was in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's pretty anticlimactic for the whole.
Yeah.
Okay, you eat some bento, get the hell out of our face.
Yeah,
like you're done.
I don't know, because I thought it was gonna be okay. These are the guys competing. These are the last three. Like the girl didn't even show up. I
think we should probably explain what that is, dude. We should probably explain.
This
what
was
that
like the time
was.
when I was doing a competition, all Japan competition, music producing competition, and the first one, the if you win the competition, you get to make a song for this commercial for Sony Ericsson cell phone in Japan, and I won this time. It's pretty anticlimactic too. But thing is, like in the middle of it, like you don't really feel like you winning actually, because the competition went like the online voting went for like what, month and a half.
Oh, I remember that was the MySpace days. Dude, I voted every day. Let's go, DJ 5 Duck. Let's go.
Right. I mean, I think that talking about that experience, I guess. It's going to be another 2-hour episode later on. But, I won the competition. But again, in the middle of it, never once I felt like I was like ahead of everybody. I'm just like constantly performing, going to places, egyo.
Right.
Again, I perform like how many times a week? 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes daytime, sometimes twice a week.
Word.
This was before Instagram and everything. We had Mixi, but Mixi wasn't shit. So I made my own flyers like you did. Made my own flyer, was the QR code, pass it around, beg people to vote for me, and it worked out. But this was like it was in the middle of it. They started shooting the actual commercial. The actress is Sawajiri Erika. Kind of famous, a big shot, the it girl at the time, right?
Right.
But yeah, man, that was that bento. I don't know why we're talking about this. Okay, let's go back to street food. All the Kabukicho boys, man, we stopped. It's like 7 in the morning too. We still drinking till like 6. Okay, let's go to eat. Shimede Matsuya iko.
It's funny. That's something people will use. It's a term people will use in Japan for many different things. It could be a food, a drink. It could be a person. This person heals my soul. It could be... The only thing I think of is meetings, manga meetings.
Right.
Because family restaurants are open 24 hours. A lot of people are studying. A lot of people have...
The sushi place I'm working at, I'll buy you some sushi, right? As a welcome back gift. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're both cute too. So I'm like, yeah, extra okay, ikimasu.
Extra okay.